Netflix sued over the Sabrina the Teenage Witch reboot. If you're like me and you grew up in the 90s, you have definitely watched or at least known about the popular series Sabrina the Teenage Witch. This was Satan's attempt in our generation to normalize witchcraft and introduce the concept of good and bad witches. This reintroduction of evil as good is no new tactic, as shows such as the 1960s sitcom Bewitched, The Worst Witch, The Belfry Witches, Charmed, Harry Potter, and much more demonstrate. Some 22 years after the first episode of Sabrina the Teenage Witch was aired, Satan has upped the ante. Netflix has commissioned a reboot of Sabrina the Teenage Witch, now called The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. A look at the premise of both shows demonstrates the prince of the power of the air, or airwaves if you will. This course of action by Satan is to inspire people into looking into and consulting the dark supernatural forces that our Bible tells us exist. Whereas the original Sabrina was about a novice witch whose spells usually go awry, but is guided morally by her aunties who counsel her in the proper use of magic, and also take care of Salem Saberhagen, a witch turned into a cat for trying to take over the world, the new series of Sabrina is unapologetically dark and sinister. The first episode summary says, Sabrina Spellman is about to turn 16, on Halloween no less. She spends her days hanging with her boyfriend Harvey, and best friend Roz and Susie. However, on her 16th birthday, she must fully embrace her witch half through a dark baptism, where she will pledge loyalty to the Dark Lord Satan. But Sabrina is torn, as she must choose between her friends and her family. Sabrina spends the days leading up to her birthday finding answers to her questions about the ritual. Meanwhile, Sabrina's mortal teacher, Miss Wardwell, is killed and then possessed by Madam Satan, who seeks to bring Sabrina over to the Dark Lord's side. Sabrina must also deal with 3 sister witches known as the Weird Sisters, who look down on her for being a half-breed. Salem Saberhagen also appears in this new series. However, he is now known as Sabrina's familiar spirit. This darkness has even upset the Temple of Satan. The BBC reports that the Satanic Temple activist group is suing the makers of TV series The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina for $50 million, £38 million, over a statue. Netflix and Warner Brothers allegedly copied the group's statue of the goat deity Baphomet in the program. Their lawsuit filed on Thursday in New York claims an icon similar to their own appears in 4 episodes of the series. Lucian Greaves, co-founder of the Satanic Temple, posted a tweet comparing their statue with that in the show. Characters in the show who worship the Dark Lord or Satan practice cannibalism and forced worship, and the Satanic Temple argues its members are being associated with evil antagonists. Mr. Greaves confirmed that the group was going to take legal action against the show's production companies for appropriating our copyright monument designed to promote their asinine satanic panic fiction. The Satanic Temple created a statue of the goat deity Baphomet as part of its campaign to complement and contrast a 10 Commandments monument in Oklahoma City on the grounds of religious freedom. Mr. Greaves told US broadcaster CNBC that Baphomet has come to represent us as a people, and that the statue in Sabrina dilutes and denigrates their group. The Bible says a house divided against itself cannot stand. This is a publicity stunt. This lawsuit not only promotes the show, but also gives free publicity to the Satanic Temple, who hilariously claim not to believe in a supernatural Satan, but instead seeks to encourage benevolence and empathy among all people. The devil initiates people into witchcraft via the media, music, television, movies, and much more. This has been a tactic of his from the dawn of the mass media age. Remember, you are what you eat, and that not only means what enters your body via your mouth. Your eyes and your ears are gates, and you will be edified or defiled by what you allow through those gates. My brothers and sisters, be sober and vigilant, because your adversary the devil is as a roaring lion, walking about seeking whom he may devour. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause God shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believed not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. Stay close to Christ.